subscription button if you aren't already subscribed. And we're gonna wrap it up with, did Tim Pool stage attack? Do you know Tim Pool, Mr. Rippey?
Yeah.
Are you friends with him? Do you
Well,
like
we're
him?
not friends, but we've just been around each other a few times.
Oh well, he's not coming to Ampest. He's been talking about
Yeah,
that. But
yeah,
anyways,
I know. We had a few conversations, but we're not like close or anything.
okay. Well, the word on the street is there's no evidence. This is him talking about the attack.
Particularly intense show with a lot of claims made by Milo, which certainly angered a lot of people, and stories that I told about work behind the scenes. And it was cathartic to have these conversations at a time when the tensions between the left and the right in this country seem to be at critical mass, and now the conflict between different factions of the right appear to be at critical mass. And so some of it felt pretty good, but there are certainly a lot of people that were none too happy with that conversation. But all in all, while I do think there's some anger over the conversations and things that were said, it was a good episode in the authenticity of the emotions that were expressed from Milo to George Santos to myself. I do understand there are many people that are saying Milo's just outright lying and is now being threatened with defamation. What a crazy night. So that night, I did what I usually do. We wrap up, and the guests on Fridays, we go out and we hang out together. Because we wrap the show early, we don't do the members only. In the weeks prior, we have been experimenting with doing pre-recorded episodes of Timcast IRL on Fridays. Because the news usually goes dry in the early evening, and then by the time it's 8 p.m. for live, we already know what the news is. Everyone's kind of checking out, and, Friday night live viewership isn't actually that high relative to days earlier in the week. For obvious reasons, everybody wants to. We were out, and I got a message just around 1 a.m. And it was vague and nondescript. Just there was an incident. We need to talk with your team. And then we started getting the details trickling in that a car had been lurking or something to that effect, and a shot was fired. We now know that it was 3 shots that were fired. We don't know exactly what or why. And we are desperately trying to rationalize, maybe it's just random. Just somebody was driving down the road in the middle of nowhere in the country and decided to slowly approach our property and then fire several rounds. Just
Jesse
for no reason,
Smollett.
for fun.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Fucking
I can't read the minds of these people. In October, I was traveling. My family
Jesse
was
Smollett
back in
ass.
West Virginia. And we had received a credible death threat, credible as determined by the FBI. We received threats, death threats, quite a bit. And this time, it was a bit more specific. It was intended to terrorize. It wasn't sent to me specifically like many of the threats usually are. It was intended to reach everyone at this company. I immediately contacted police, our security team did, as well as the FBI. I directly communicated with the FBI over this issue, sent them the information. It was relayed to us a short time later that the threat was credible because the individual making the threats had been on their radar. Surprise, surprise. And that this person was actually making comparable threats to other people. They believe they might know who this person was. I'm not sure where that investigation is going. For that reason, I believe that they're actually investigating these people, and we've been talking with them. I'm not going to publish these emails or the communications that had happened.
Of course
but
not.
The threat was basically to come and shoot up our property. And there were some specifics in it that made us say, okay, maybe this is, it could just be terror, right? So when I returned home after going out with the boys on a Friday night, hanging out, laughing, having a good time, none's the wiser. And then we hear security's on high alert. They're monitoring. The extra guys have come out. We pull up. They're standing guard at our perimeter fencing. We have a gate, and said they heard shots fired. They were on the property where our studio is, and they heard the shots and went and investigated. We have 4 videos of what happened. We don't. Well, I'll put it like this: we're not going to be.
I told you.
At this time, for security reasons, I got these people screaming, "Release the footage!" And the concern we have is obvious. To then show everyone where we put our cameras, that's not going to happen. And that's the honest truth. That's why I tweeted out, if anybody had been archiving the Chicken City live stream, this is inside of our chicken coop. It doesn't reveal. It's designed specifically not to expose the property, the location, or anything like this. And you would have seen the reaction from the chickens. I know it sounds a little bit silly, but...
What?
And so where does it leave us now with what happened? Well, of course, there are some people that don't want us to be having this conversation, even right now. They're probably furiously preparing tweets, riling up their audience, preparing for shows, people who don't like me for whatever reason, saying that we're lying, making things up, none of this can be true. Charlie Kirk is dead. A couple months ago, he was murdered. We have a suspect.
Oh my God.
We don't know exactly what happened.
Right.
There are many questions around.
I've had enough.
Are we just gonna act like live streaming chickens is normal? What?
Yeah, I want Mr. Rippey to go first. Mr. Rippey, why don't people like him? Like, I don't like. I've heard from a lot of people in the industry they don't like this guy, and I've heard he's also secretly a liberal or on the left.
Yeah. He's flip flop, but he will say he has some left views, and he's very flip floppy now. I don't really know the guy. I only been around him twice, and it was like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Good to meet you. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in on him. I don't believe nothing this nigga's saying, man. you can't. First off, a random shot, man. Where do you live, Detroit? Like, come on, man. It don't happen like that. Why you feel the need to bring up something? It could have been a random shot in the neighborhood. Where is the evidence? Now, if it's out there, then prove us wrong. But when you say things like this, you create a certain narrative, and that's not helping anything. It's only making matters worse, because it's like the boy who cried wolf. And now I'm writing a book. It's going to be called the Black People Who Cried Racism. It's the same thing as a boy who cried wolf. And that's exactly what he's doing right there. And then you're going to bring in Charlie Kirk's name, somebody who was actually murdered in front of everybody, try to put yourself on that pedestal. Like, no, man, I ain't going for it. I'm actually a fan of Tim Pool. I watch his show all the time. But I disagree with, and I just don't believe anything he's saying right now until he actually release all the footage. And I probably still wouldn't believe it.
From the chicken coop? The footage from the chicken coop?
Yeah. Like, yo, what's up with this, man?
A dude filming his chickens ain't gonna show the video of somebody shooting at his house is crazy to me.
Wow.
Yo, do they not think we know about guns? Like, where are the bullet casings? What are you talking about?
Right. Where is anything?
You can't show those? That has nothing to do with your.
I mean, I would love to see where the bullet hit the chicken coop. If it hit the chicken coop, I'm just saying.
You can't lie in 2025. Velma, what do you think?
Exactly.
Are you this one? What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I got a lot of like I don't want to say heat, maybe just a little bit like, pushback on like what's actually going on, but we digress from that. I don't know. Could it be like, you need attention? Like, is it, I mean, if it's real, it shouldn't be happening, obviously. I mean, we take all threats seriously. But if it's fake, sir, what the hell? Just what the hell? That's it. That's all I gotta say. Like, what? Why?
Well, people are trying to connect this to Candace. We ain't really going to touch too much into Candace, but this is what someone had to say connecting, I guess, because they're beefing right now.
Tim Pool's house last night and opened fire. In a tweet, he said, "Last night, a vehicle approached our property and opened fire. No one was hurt." He said the security team is reviewing what happened. He also said, "This is the price we pay for speaking out against evil." First of all, so relieved to hear that nobody was hurt and that his family is safe. But as far as who I think is behind it, I'm going to get a little bit conspiracy theoristy on you guys. I know we're thinking leftist lunatic, unhinged liberal, probably someone from Anquifa. But Tim Pool has been the most harsh critic of Candace Owens lately.
You can come and you can burn everything I have to the ground, and I will happily live in a van down by the river. I don't care to be number one. I don't need to be number one. What I care about is what is true and what will help this country and what works. And she is a fucking scumbag, okay? And she's getting worse every day.
He is the one coming out and calling her a narcissistic sociopath. He has finally spoken up and putting her in her place. And as Blake Neff said on the Charlie Kirk show the other day, the threatening and the targeting that they are receiving from the Candace cult supporters is even worse than the Antifa members who have been targeting them for years.
My friends have had to endure harassment from people who have gotten whipped up by what Candace is saying. In fact, I would say we have suffered more harassment from these people than we have from Antifa supporters who overtly celebrate Charlie's murder.
I'm just saying, just asking questions, Candace.
Y'all lying.
Oh my
All
God.
y'all lying. Ain't none of that stuff ever
Oh my
happened.
God.
Like, come on now. This ain't Candace Owens' crew. That's a bunch
No,
of
Oh my God.
that's something that I got on one of like a comment. It was like, oh, it was her and her fans, and I'm like,
bullshit. No,
whoa,
we
Do
don't
they
that's
think
operate
a
it's
like
big
just,
that.
allegation.
do they think
We
it's
do
just
not
that
operate like
Very
that.
easy?
That's a
big.
bunch of bullshit.
Do they think it's just that easy to plan a murder? Like, do they think it's just that easy to get
Right.
shooters like that and then get away with it? And Tim Pool's supposed to be a conservative, so that means you have surveillance outside. If somebody busts at your house, you gonna bust back because you Second Amendment. You know what I'm saying? It's not just that easy to go wet up somebody's house. That's not just
Well,
that simple.
Yeah.
well,
You know
it's
what
one
I'm
of those
saying?
things too where Candace has ongoing litigation with the Prime Minister of France and his wife. So at this point in time, she's not doing anything crazy. She's not that stupid.
No, she's
No,
under
So
watch.
definitely not.
you know what I mean? She's under watch. Plus, I mean, for the most part, her primary residence isn't even in America anymore. Her primary residence, for the most part, last time I checked, was over in England with her husband and his estate. So for the most part, she's not even here in the United States half the time. So it just seems like he's a Jesse Smollett Jr. Like he's trying to sell us the story so he can get the little clickbait for whatever ongoing thing he has, whatever is going on in his life. Maybe streaming's been slow. Maybe he's looking to make some money. It just doesn't, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Candace isn't stupid, but I don't think she's that stupid. She, like I said, she has ongoing litigation currently. I don't really think she's going to be planning drive-bys in West
No, that's just
Virginia
stupid.
and some hillbilly in a chicken
Exactly.
coop. I mean, I don't think she cares enough about him to ruin
No,
her
she
life
don't.
like that.
She don't. They better chill out. They better keep her name out their fucking mouths, man. Because that's a bunch of
Also,
Oh,
bullshit coming up now.
Miss Ripley said he gonna go hard for Candace.
Also, I will say
Always.
too, there's a way to control the narrative too when you're doing shady shit. Is you try to implant ideals in the public's mind, and you say things like, "Yeah, it's a lot of people that don't like me, and I know they're online already talking shit about me, but we're not gonna worry about the haters." Like, if you just got your house shot up, I'm not thinking about nobody online talking about me. I'm not thinking about no narrative. My family's in here. You know what I'm saying?
What
I'm
really stuck out to me was before, right before that happened, he started talking about her, and then he started to what you're saying, Ken, that is true. Like he started to drop little like hints here and there of I don't care who I like I don't care how much money I have, I don't care I will live in a van, you can come burn my stuff, and I'm just like just right now, I'm just processing.
Well, you know they say he gets paid by Russia. How we know Russia ain't do it? Allegedly, if it was really
I did
Russia.
not know that part. That's
Yeah,
news
you
to
didn't hear
me.
about that last year,
No,
Ripley?
that's news to me.
His boss was taking Russian money. He was getting paid. They were getting paid by Russia,
Yeah.
not him directly, but his boss, and that was factual, proven. I'm not like making that up. Skeptic, what do you think? What's the left's perspective on all this? What y'all think? Y'all cracking up about this week?
Well, statistically speaking, the right is more violent, and the right does tend to have these violent outbursts. So I believe it. I could see this being an interfight amongst conservatives, very much on the nose for the conservative movement. So, and also Stephen Hicks, actually, who I read a lot of his work. He actually had posted. He had done this like investigation all on his own and had taken different cases, but there's an archived like statistics from the FBI that literally says what we're saying, and they tried to archive it like maybe 2 months ago, and I had found it and I have it. So I have the proof that says that you have more violent outbursts from right-leaning extremist groups than you do from the left. So I mean, it could be, it could, I'm just
They didn't
saying the
include some
numbers are
violence in
there.
there. They left out a lot of violence in there. They didn't include the Black Lives Matter stuff. They didn't even include the Donald Trump assassination attempts. They didn't include so many things in those. I mean, that's at some point we just got to open up our eyes and stop looking at all the nonsense that's out there and see exactly what's really going on. I receive death threats all the time. I'm nobody compared to these people, and I never received death threats when I was on the left.
Really?
Never. And I was vocal on the left. But I got plenty of death threats, and I'm compared to Tim Pool and Charlie Kirk and all these people. I'm like way down here.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I've been saying to show your stuff.
No, I mean, I can understand because I do, as you know, I speak out. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like you do get people telling you like you should die, you should, get cancer, you should.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the other one? Oh, go kill yourself. Like I'm just like, wow.
They look at the background trying to figure out. I know exactly where you live. I've been over there before when I was staying at a resort. All right, I see. No, man, come on. I just express my opinion.
Oh man. Hold on. Doc's back. I'm gonna let him go next. Doc, what's your thoughts? Do you believe it? Is it stage? Is it real? This Candace and her crew. What do you think?
Candace did it. She did it. This how Candace probably sent them YNs over there. She was tired of Tim, and they want, you know what I'm saying? Now they having Hatfields and McCoys. That's what they over there
Hatfields
doing.
and McCoys.
Yeah, see, Candace did it. Tim out there trying to film his chickens in peace in the middle of nowhere. Candace found the only YN she could, and she sent them over there, and they got 3 off before the gun jam because they don't know about anything about handgun maintenance. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, she
that's the
hired the
best they could
Somalian
do. I
scammers.
believe
They
Tim.
scammed her. They said they were good YN. She hired their Somalians.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna look into this for Tim because I know he got something brewing.
Oh Lord. Well, guys, this was a great show. We're gonna
This was
start
fun.
into our closing thoughts. Oh, I'm glad. Like I know we went a little bit over because Gray be 9 o'clock. He be cutting it off. Well, in this life, ladies go first. Oh no, what happened to Velma? Well, I'll let Skeptic do her closing thoughts first. Your first night on the man cave. What do you think, Skeptic?
I enjoyed it. Sorry, my audio was acting crazy. I could hear and then I couldn't hear. So there's a lot of people I didn't hear. So I didn't ignore anyone. I just couldn't hear. It was going in and out for me. I could hear certain people and then I couldn't hear certain people. So I was coming in and out, try to fix it. Good episode. I feel like we covered a lot. We covered like a whole week's of news like in just one episode. So I will say it was a great episode. Follow us on TikTok. We have been hosting daily lives in the morning from 11 to around 4 p.m. So if you're into speaking about politics and you want to share your political views, you're welcome to come on. I'm obviously left leaning, but we have conservatives all the time. So we had a conservative today, well, multiple conservatives today. So if you're interested in coming up and speaking on politics, you can follow me, which is skeptic.tick on TikTok, or Casso, because I help host on his live. So he's the host. So follow us and join us for political commentary.
Yeah, and even if you're on the right, go have another perspective. Don't live in an echo chamber. It's good to always have multiple perspectives. Mia, what's your closing thoughts?
I guess my closing thoughts would be if you ever see any clickbait online, definitely go on YouTube and try to find the entire video because you just never know. Somebody may be sexually harassed before they say something, and 2 things can always be true at once. And I think people should remember that. And if you haven't liked or subscribed, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And if you like any of us, you can always find us. It's Mia, not Maya, on TikTok, X, and YouTube. And everybody else also has their taglines and their names and bios as well. So you can follow them. And I hope everybody has a good rest of the week. I'm going on vacation, so I won't be back around. Until next week.
Oh man. And Mia's been going viral, y'all. So y'all probably seen her. The Somali pirates gonna get her. She talking about them pooping in the corner.
I wish they would, girl. I wish they would. We don't need a permit to conceal carry in my state. I wish a motherfucker would. I wish they would. It's royal out here. Ain't nobody gonna find them bodies.
Mia,
Good
what state
luck.
are you in, by the way?
I'm in northern New England.
Oh.
So close. I live close to Canada, so it's easier for me to drive to Montreal in Canada than it is for me to drive to New York City.
Yeah,
Can't have people trying to find me and dox me. I don't trust it. I don't trust everybody out there.
I don't blame her. Things are getting real out here. Ken, what's your closing thoughts?
Man, I want to say, you know what I mean, shout out to Kamal. He took a shot at my shirt earlier, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, you know what I mean? But no, I'm fucking with you, bro. Man, hey, I will say though, there's one thing the public is going to have to come to terms with. When you're watching TV, you're the greatest artists, the greatest people that produce the illest work is tethered to an extreme deviancy. So when you see a Diddy, then you look at the fact that he makes hits. R. Kelly, he makes hits. The brightest light also has an equal dark to it. And when you come to terms with that, you're going to have to, I'm not saying accept anything, but what you're looking at on stage, just put your brain in another place. The greatest people and the most talented people have a equally dark side. So Diddy is not an isolated thing. He's an artist, and there's something about an artist's brain. There's something about people that produce certain kind of works, whether that's in politics, philosophy, art, whatever it is. The greatest giants, men and women, that light that you see shining very bright, just know there's another side to that might be equally as deviant.
How you follow up with that? Doc, what's your closing thoughts?
I know I said it as a joke, but I want people to realize that a lot of this political landscape is Hatfield and McCoy's. A lot of these people have been going at it and going back and forth so long, they can't remember what even started the feud. They can't remember why they dislike someone. They aren't doing something for the best interest of the American people. They're just in a feud with someone, and they just want to slander them and disrespect them, and it doesn't always work in our favor. So don't get caught up in being part of the feud. Use your mind, stay open, and do what's best for the American people, because it's more of us than them.
Oof, that was deep. Mr. Rippey, what's your closing thoughts?
Great show. It's always fun coming on here. Shout out to the channel. I would say pretty much what most people said. Don't just take everything at face value. Okay. Look into everything. When you hear a conspiracy theory say something crazy, don't just automatically dismiss it. Doesn't matter how crazy it is. So when people are talking about the 9 people that got killed, that died in the Diddy documentary, for the college basketball team, I would say don't just take everything and say, okay, this is exactly what happened. Try to look deeper and deeper into it. Then you finally become awakened once you start living your life that way.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Guys, shout out to the new party team. Thank you to Ken, Miss Rippey, Skeptic, Doc, Mia for holding it down for the man cave. We will be back with the new party tomorrow night. I don't know the topic yet, guys. I'm sorry. News is constantly changing. I will be hosting tomorrow night. But if you miss Gray, he will be back Wednesday and Thursday. So don't cry. But guys, again, I agree with everything everyone's saying. Don't believe everything at face value. Believe half of what you hear and half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Right.
Like, share, and subscribe. And go support our team. We got the best team. Christmas is coming. We will be doing a Secret Santa exchange next week. Well, 2 weeks from now. So guys, please support our channel. Give us a subscription. Give us a like, a share. And God bless and good night.